Hi there, Paul here with my latest hotel review and walkthrough of the Courtyard by Marriott in Medford, Oregon. And as always, if you would consider kindly subscribing, commenting, or liking this video, always appreciated. So let's take a look as we enter into the Courtyard by Marriott in Medford. This is the first time for me staying at one of these properties. So as you enter the reception area, there's a business lounge off to the side along with a little restaurant area and bar where you can get something to eat or drink. They proudly serve Starbucks coffee. Let's head on up and take a look at the room, which is going to be on the third floor, which is the top floor of this particular property. Here's a look down the corridor, and the room I was staying in was a nice ways away from the elevator. In room 304, not too far from the very end of the corridor. And this is a fairly standard room, but this gives you a good idea of what you get when you stay at a Courtyard by Marriott. Traditional key card entry. It would be nice if it was like what you see in Hilton with the digital key, but they didn't have that kind of feature at this particular property. As you enter, immediately on your right-hand side is the bathroom, which we'll go into here in just a moment. And also, you have the ability to lock and secure the door, which is always very important. And so if we take a look inside the bathroom area, you can see that there is a very large, nice vanity. Big mirror. And the commode is located behind this little privacy partition, which I thought was kind of a nice feature. Kind of separates it a little bit and makes it so it's not quite as open. The shower is pretty standard, again, in the bathtub. You have an adjustable shower head, though, which is nice, so you can kind of change that up a little bit and get some different varieties in terms of the water that you use during your shower. But otherwise pretty standard. You do have a curved shower rod, which is always nice because that gives you just a little bit extra space in the shower, and it makes it feel like the shower curtain's not gonna come in and get you. So as we move back into the room, right on your right hand side again is a little area where we have a small refrigerator, which is great for a bottle of water, keeping some things cool. They do provide a couple of glass tumblers for you, an ice bucket, but look at the bottles of water, $2.50, so those are not complimentary. I was actually kind of surprised by that, given the cost of this room. You think that the bottles of water would be included. There is some coffee that you can use. It's interesting that it wasn't Starbucks coffee, considering they had the Starbucks sign downstairs, but whatever. But they do have a coffee maker that you can use in the room for that purpose, if so inclined. On the wall here to the left, there is a digital thermostat, which is nice. You can heat the room up, cool it down, run a fan, whatever you need to do in order to maintain the temperature that is most comfortable and optimum for you. You have the ability to do that. And as we take a look at the bed, king-size bed. Very comfortable bed, very nice comfortable linens and pillows. Slept great on this bed, so there was no problem. I did want to point out one thing though, and that is that the power outlet is on the base of the lamp, which is up above the bed, so it's a little bit awkward. You do have the ability to turn those on and off with that push button switch, but if you're going to plug anything in, just know you're going to have a little cable hanging there. And also, there was no USB ports available anywhere around the bed, which I found to be a little bit interesting. Particularly because this is a kind of hotel that's used predominantly by business travelers, and that would be something that they would want, but they didn't have it. There is a little seating area for you to be able to sit and watch television. And speaking of which, good sized television. The placement of it is a little bit odd, and I'll talk more about that in just a bit. If you look at the desk area, you do have a nice ergonomic work chair, which is very comfortable. But again, if you look at the power outlets on the desktop, they do have regular power outlets, which a few things plugged in. But again, no USB anywhere to be seen. So I just thought that was really odd for a business hotel like this to not have those kind of power options available. So, and kind of took a peek down into the desk, didn't see anything down there either. So, no USB in this room. There's a garbage and recycle container just to the side of the desk, which is good. Now, on the television, I did want to point this out. I thought it was kind of cool. Like, they do have the ability for you to be able to sign into Netflix. So, if you're in the middle of watching a series that you enjoy, you can sign in with your own account and kind of pick up wherever you left off. It would have all your preferences there, all the videos or all the shows that you're already watching. You can queue those up and watch them at your leisure, which is kind of nice. Now, coming back to the position of the TV, now this is taken kind of from the position of sitting on the bed. You have a tray that you have to pull out and kind of turn the TV to be able to see it. So it's a little bit awkward, but it's not insurmountable. You do have a nice little balcony here. And the nice part of this is that if you come out here in Medford and just kind of look off to the left there, that's the parking lot for the Rogue Valley International Airport. So this airport is this hotel rather is right adjacent to the airport. So you could quite literally just walk, even though they do have a shuttle that's provided, but it's close enough. You could just walk over there to the airport and pick up your flight without too much difficulty. So the location is really, really optimal for sure, which makes that really, really nice. Plus, it's just a nice space to be able to go outside and get some fresh air. So this just kind of gives you another kind of view of the room, another perspective. Overall, you know, it was a very, very solid room. The only downside, again, the asking to pay for the waters and the lack of USB. But overall, it's a good option for Medford. So thanks for watching.